to all our learners. Welcome to CEC lecture. The topic of analysis is culture and global dimensions. In the lecture, we shall focus on explaining how the scope, importance of studying culture in world politics has increased. We shall also look towards the related issues of increased economic integration, expanded mobility, advanced technology and communication, how they have an important role in IR and have a bearing on the debates that are going on with reference to how important culture is international politics. The lecture shall also elaborate on that how with changing dynamics of IR, culture serves as an important function in understanding international power, governance, negotiations, amongst others. The lecture shall be useful for the learners from political science, international relations, sociology, media studies, cultural and communication studies, globalization, amongst others. As we take our learning forward, we must take into account that what do we mean by culture? Culture signifies customs, ideas, beliefs of a particular society, nation, period or country. The current era is signified when we take the case study of global realm. Global realm is marked by high amount of interdependence and exchange. The current era is always studied with reference to debates that are going forward, both the positives as well as negatives that are there as the outcomes of globalization. Globalization always existed. However, the nature, the scale, the reach of the present contemporary globalization, driven by neoliberalism, rampant development of information and communication technology, unprecedented acceleration, increasing intensification of global flows of capital, labor, information. What is essential here is that this aspect of rampant transmission of ideas, meanings and values around the world signified by cultural globalization, namely how today there has been extension and intensification of social relations as an important impact of cultural dimension of globalization. The debate concerning common consumption of cultures, namely how ideas, meanings, beliefs are shaped via internet, popular cultural media, international travel, amongst others. This brings into focus that how today, when we look at global realm, culture has an important bearing. Now, this cultural globalization, namely looking at transmission of ideas, meanings, values, the bigger picture of transfiguration of worldwide diversity. One must take into account that culture, which signifies the cumulative deposit of knowledge, experience, beliefs, values, attitudes, meanings that have been acquired by a group of people in the course of generation. Related concept to culture is that of popular culture. We all know that there are various types of culture, from indigenous culture to international culture, from work culture to global culture. Popular culture signifies the set of practices, beliefs, objects that are dominant or prevalent in a society at a given point of time. Now, dear learners, we must take into account that as we are trying to understand culture with reference to global dimensions, we must bear into account that this focus on beliefs, values, attitudes, meanings was not present in earlier IR perspectives. Namely, the realists focused on the power struggle. The liberals focused on how cooperation was possible. The Marxists focused on class as a unit of analysis, capitalism to explain the power struggle between nations. In all of it, the very aspect of beliefs, values, attitudes and meanings was missing. But what finds here is that today when we look at this paradigm of cultural diversity, when we take into account that how cultural globalization has a bearing on both national, domestic as well as global international policy making apparatus for respective nation states, one must take into account that how today culture has a bearing both with reference to the revisions of perspectives in IR as well as actual debates that go in with reference to the practice of international relations. When we talk about the idea of culturally diverse, this is linked with multiculturalism. Multiculturalism is defined as a system of beliefs and behaviors that recognizes and respects the presence of all diverse groups in an organization or society. This also acknowledges and values their social cultural differences, because we are all diverse. Individuals are culturally rooted and cultures acquire definite meaning over a period of time. Multiculturalism encourages and enables their continued contribution within an inclusive cultural context which empowers all within the organization or society. Now, one also must take into account that today even global business environment is impacted by how culture today has acquired a multi-dimensional aspect. By multi-dimensional aspect, we mean that how today culture is being redefined. Today, cultures are in constant process of interaction and communication. Today, cultural diversity is a cause of advantage, whereas in certain cases, this culture is a cause of conflict also. One must say that when we look at global business environment, an important input that is given that how diverse cultural practices can inspire creativity and they drive innovation. As the saying goes, the anonymous saying that we read it while we were doing research for our lecture from online resources, that is, diversity is one thing we have in common, celebrate it every day. Taking cue from this perspective is the idea that has acquired importance in IR over a period of time is that of cosmopolitanism. That is how it points out that human beings, they are members of a single community. The focus could be on, in order to bind human beings together as single community, that is, it could be moral standards, economic practices, political structures, or even cultural forms. So today, dear learners, when we look at how economic and political arrangements get nation states together, or how culture has an important bearing as an integrative aspect, this tells us that how culture is significant for dynamics of global governance. Similarly, when we are looking at dimensions of global governance, an important part is that of technology today. Technology has emerged as a new currency of power. Technology has even driven the world affairs, driven the national economies, even when the world was witnessing the pandemic of coronavirus. So therefore, what we see here is that technology and culture also greatly influence one another. Today, with the advent of social media, debates on new media, the thought process that is going on with artificial intelligence, robotics, big data, mobile devices, smartphones, the aspect of e-governance, all of it tells us that technology influences quality of life as well as ways people act and interact with each other. Now, when technology is being redefined every time, for example, how technology, when we look at it, even a case study of app, today no doubt we have an app for every need, but every time even this app demands upgradation. So in that aspect, one must take into account that living in a world where technology is pervasive in all human activities, and for that matter that how even manufacturing is witnessing a new model of debates on Industry 4.0. So, in this, dear learners, it is important to take into account that cultures also then become dynamic in this process of how people act and interact, and this dynamism today is being factored in both with reference to technology as well as its impact on prevailing actions and interactions of human beings, cultural norms of a society and nation at a given point of time, in order to make a holistic sense of national interest. Dear learners, an important work that we take into account to elaborate on our learnings on culture and global dimensions, this work is by John Tomlinson, that is Globalization and Culture. This work highlights the relationship between globalization process and its impact on contemporary cultural change. The entire paraphernalia that we witness when we hear about cases of hybridization of culture, special role of communications and media technology, and the entire debate on deterritorialization, that is how territory, which is an important component of a state standing in global governance, today how nations are witnessing a phase where social relations are being defined and irrespective of any space and time constraints. Today, with space-time compression, social relations have been redefined by advent of internet also, and this has an influence on prevailing norms and culture. An important aspect that this book, Globalization and Culture by John Tomlinson, points out, that is the issues of social and cultural modernity, and one must also bear into account the uneven nature of both operation of forces, say of communications, media technologies, related aspects, and with reference to their outcomes also. Another important work that we must take into account is by Fredric Jameson, Mayo Miyoshi, and Stanley Uger-Fish, that is The Cultures of Globalization, from Duke University Press. The process of globalization, dear learners, as this book points out, and we all agree to that, has led to transformation of the economic into cultural. How? As the book points out, and we all observe it around us also, rise of consumer culture around the world, production and cancellations of forms of subjectivity, and how all of it challenges the aspects of national identity, local culture, traditional forms of our everyday life also. That is, with the global character of technology, as this book also highlights, communication networks, consumer culture, the intellectual discourses, arts, mass entertainment, all have been impacted by such recent worldwide trend. There have been overlapping issues of transnational consequence, and herein one finds that how culture, namely the norms, and globalization, namely process of integration, one finds at crossroads. The book presents some interesting inputs and research by many contributors on issues of Eurocentrism, language, migration policies, popular art versus indigenous arts, cinema, the issues of social fragmentation, and how with the advent of transnational cooperation, global culture, even with the rise of new non-state actors, how the decision-making ability of the state, namely sovereignty, is having all of it is having a bearing on the cultural aspect also. Dear learners, as we take into account culture and global dimensions, one must also have a bearing in mind that today culture is being factored in by international organizations also, An important example here is the United Nations Educational, Scientific and Cultural Organization, UNESCO, which is the specialized agency of United Nations aimed at promoting world peace and security through international cooperation in education, sciences and culture. UNESCO is headquartered in Paris, France. Now, when we take into account that how culture is important for both practice of also international relations, this example, that is the Universal Declaration on Cultural Diversity, that is, it is a declaration adopted by the General Conference of the United Nations Educational, Scientific and Cultural Organization, UNESCO, at its 31st session on 2nd November 2001. Now, taking some inputs from a very important literature piece that we got from UNESCO.org, wherein we look at some important aspects that how with respect to the future we want globalization as well as culture as well as challenges of global governance has to be looked into. Culture is a dynamic force. It is changing with time, and of course the related aspects that are defining world governance, from technology to new sources of soft power, all of it are changing with time. The World Commission on Culture and Development, to quoting from UNESCO.org, points out that society's culture is in a constant state of flux. It is influencing as well as being influenced by other worldviews and expressive forms. Globalization, there is a debate, and this work also points out that it has led to homogenizing influence on the local culture, wherein today there are issues that is leading to a loss of identity, exclusion and conflict. Placing cultures at the heart of development policies is definitely important, because culture is important to nations, to societies, to humans. And this requires, quoting from UNESCO.org, to invest in the potential of local resources, knowledge, skills and materials to foster creativity and sustainable progress. And also recognition and respect for the diversity of cultures, that is also creating conditions for mutual understanding, dialogue and peace. So one gets the sense that integration of societies, as we see in contemporary global dimension, has provided many people with new opportunities. But however, one cannot ignore that how it has an impact on the local culture. Now, homogenizing influences exist. Let's take some case studies here. An example here, Americanization. How there is a debate that how American cultures, business ethos, they have an impact on other countries. How business practices, popular culture, the cuisine, the media of a particular country influences other nations also. And another case is that is of McDonaldization of society. The work by Ritzer in 1993, it points out that how there is increasing presence of fast food business model in common social institutions. Related aspect with that of homogenization is that of the issue of westernization. For example, when one here pleads against Europeanization, Occidentalization, how societies, they adopt or perhaps they give in to the culture, namely with respect to their prevailing industry, technology, politics, lifestyles, amongst others. An important work that we bring into focus here to elaborate further on our understanding on culture and global dimension is that by Christian Rio-Smith, that is Cultural Diversity, International Theory in a World of Difference. Now, dear learners, this work points out that how today major theories of international relations have consistently not been able to comprehend the nature and impact of culture. For example, when we see the rise of non-Western great powers, when one hears about resurgence of ethno-nationalism, all of these cases, as the book points out, it raises fundamental queries, issues, questions about the effects, or perhaps that whether cultural diversity is really essential or is perhaps the way out for understanding international order. That is how today, when we are looking at it, that today one must look at the redefinition of aspects, that how today culture has been one of the important issues with reference to conflict. Also, an IR theory must take into account this issue of difference. So, dear learners, one gets the sense that no doubt the increasingly borderless world, the global world with globalization of economies, today it gave us lot of gains, but at the same time preservation of ancestral values and related issues of cultural diversity is also important. No doubt globalization brought about worldwide cultural interactions amongst the nation states. However, one cannot ignore that how local resistances also prevailed against it with respect to homogeneity, with respect to ironing out of traditional, indigenous, unique cultures amongst others. Cultural identity is related to the sense of self, community, nation, and the bigger picture of culture. However, today with the rise of cosmopolitanism, as we also discussed, the globalization phenomena also presents to this aspect of cosmopolitan identity. Once again, dear learners, there are debates going on there, that at one point it presents to us the sense of connect to the bigger global framework, the global picture, the global sense of humanity. But at the same time, there is a debate that whether this idea of connect of all with the universal, is it at the expense of esteem of the particular tradition of culture. An important work here that we take into account is by Helmut K. Enhoyer and Yudhishthira Raj Isar, that is Cultures and Globalization, Conflicts and Tension. The work points out that how world cultures and their forms of creation, presentation, preservation are deeply impacted by globalization. When we hear about migration, global reach of media, all of it, it transmits our world into the hearts and minds of others. So, the role of cultural differences in politics and governance to the evolution of cultural economy, changing patterns of creativity, artistic expression, all of it must be taken into account. So, one gets the sense that when we are talking about international relations paradigm, the aspect that is culture as an important variable, as an important perspective, as a dynamic force was somewhere ignored in IR perspectives. The reason for it could be attributed that how with reference to the study of IR, the realist ideas gave primacy to power struggle, gave primacy to what really goes into competition between struggles. But however, with time there were revisions of perspectives that goes in IR, namely pointing out that how culture has an important bearing. From Nicholas Onuf's work, The World of Our Making, Rules and Rule in Social Theory and International Relations, the work of Andrew Linklater, Robert Cox, the work of Alexander Whedon, that is Anarchy is What States Make Of, points out that how even theory is socially constructed. Meanings are attributed depending on the social context and what meanings actors attribute to it. This points out that how even within the bigger perspectives of IR, the perspectives also have a cultural connotation. So, the work of Richard Ned Lebow, that is Cultural Theory of International Relations, to works on cultural diplomacy as an important dimension of countries' soft power, all of it has a bearing with reference to our understanding that one cannot look at IR from a complete perspective if we just look at world politics from the perspective of struggle. Today, the state and its related policies also have a cultural connotation. One what finds here is that culture is having an important bearing because today ideas, meanings, values are constantly changing, and these ideas, meanings and values have a bearing on dynamics of global governance. There are issues that whether customs, ideas, beliefs with unprecedented global force of capital, labor and information, has this common consumption of culture placed the world towards changes in worldwide diversity. There are debates that how with rise of knowledge, experience, beliefs, values, how cultural diversity at one point it leads to advantage, namely bringing in more diverse perspective, enhancing creativity and innovation. But at the other side, there are issues that how focus on universalization can lead to impact on particular specific values. Then also when we look at cultural globalization, no doubt world is greatly connected with each other, but there is a debate whether this digital divide also will lead to cultural divide also, because when technology is influencing quality of life and ways of how people interact with each other, one must take into account the bearing it may have on the development of cultural patterns. Today, culture has a bearing not only on perspectives of IR, but as well as with reference to the agenda of working of international organization. The work of UNESCO, United Nations, amongst others, tells us that how cultural diversity has a bearing with reference to not only integration of societies and economy, but also with reference to sorting out disputes, looking at mechanisms of conflict resolution, amongst others. So today when we look at global dimensions, from migration to language to global media organizations, rise of new patterns of governance, culture has an important bearing on the patterns of creativity, artistic issues, as well as a bearing on the debates that are going on with reference to general versus particular, unity versus diversity, homogenization versus integrative aspects. So dear learners, culture today has an important bearing both with reference to theory and practice of IR, and one must look into picture the aspect or picture of the aspect that is culture in global dimensions in a holistic, comprehensive way. We hope that the lecture gave you significant inputs. We look forward to positive feedback from you all. Thank you very much.